folks, it's the Red, and welcome back to Let's Play Shantae Half Genie Hero. Risky? Your eyes are looking awfully bloodshot today. Actually, this is the alternate outfit that is available for Risky Boots. Similar to how Shantae had her blue outfit, Risky also has an alternate outfit, but we'll be able to see it a little better once we move on to the next level. Which, by the way, we are now headed to Tassle Town. So here's Risky in her full outfit. She's pretty much rocking the Game Boy Color look in her altered outfit, which is kind of weird because it makes her blend in with her Tinkerbats more. Personally, I kind of liked it better on the Game Boy Color. In HD, not so much. This is the place. With any luck, I'll find one of the 5 components here. This was once a thriving city. Now it lies in ruin. He's paying attention. Legends say it was home to a girl so self-centered, she could feed on the adoration of others, which in turn would make her grow in power. Even thinking about her would cause her insatiable ego to swell. They're still paying attention. What? You say I'm thinking of her right now?
Someone remembered me?
Oh, goody.
Of course they did.
Now that I'm back, I'll live forever.
You fools!
Now look what you've done. They're still paying attention. To her now.
Now see here, you!
I've no time to meddle with but I can't words today. Capricious spirits. Hee hee hee. Which memory brought me back? Clearly you remembered something about me. Was it my infectious laugh? Or was it one of my many equestrian trophies? I got top marks constantly, you know. I even beat out my own pony for best groomed, and I wasn't even entered. You realize that they mistook you for a pony, right? I'm aware of your tricks. The more attention I give you, the stronger you'll become. Be grateful you exist at all, and go away.
That's no fun. Let's make some memories.
I'm thinking of something big and wiggly.
Step aside!
I won't play your foolish game. We'll see about that. And there she goes. I told you not to think about her! They're still paying attention. To nothing now. Now we've got one more blathering buffoon to concern ourselves with.
Ready.
And so we begin the level proper. We'll be sure to show off our new toy soon enough. But yeah, pretty much Risky operates exactly as she does normally. It's literally just a cosmetic change, and as you can see, even her sword has been changed to red. Again, just like in the Game Boy Color. Also, those are some new enemy types that we haven't seen before. These little mummy enemies, you hit them once, they go dizzy, and then you hit them again to take them out. Kind of interesting, I suppose. These birds are going to be a little more annoying to deal with, though, because now we need to hit them twice with our sword to be able to take them out. Act quickly here, and then you can get on top of here, otherwise just shoot at it from a distance. And we're going to be seeing many more of the archers. Timing your jumps in order to avoid their arrows is going to be key to avoid damage. Oh, and don't expect those birds to go away anytime soon. They are super annoying in this level. Case in point. Anyway, here's the grappling hook in action. You press the top button, and then you can cling onto the top of ceilings and things. It's kind of circumstantial in its usage, but it definitely will come into play here and there. Oh, and don't worry about the treasure chests. Like I said, I'll be sure to go back and show where all those are in another video after we've completed the last levels. Scorpion Girl! Hit him a few times, then slide out of the way. And to do this to avoid its attacks. You need to hit them 8 times with your sword in order to take any of them down. This is before any upgrades. You could probably take them out a little faster with upgrades, but yeah, that's pretty much how you are able to attack them without getting hit by them. And you're definitely going to want to avoid that because one of their attacks will do 4 damage to you, and right now that's 1/3 of all of your health. yourself a favor. I like the little puzzles going on here with the little eye shooters here. You hit those two and then you slide underneath. Very good stuff. Would like to see more of that in games like this. But as you can see, we do have another Scorpion Girl coming up, so we're going to need to be a little careful as we go down here, because we also don't have a lot of room to fight. Oh, wasn't quite quick enough, and yeah, you can see they hit pretty hard, so don't hang around too long. You can usually hit them 3 times safely, 4 times would be pushing it, but it is doable. And yeah, I'm just going to cling to this because I can. Hey, I got the gun, might as well use it, right? And once again, you're probably going to want to hang on to most of your different shot types for later on. We're not going to need too many of them for this level in particular. Ow. But good to have them there, just in case. Especially for the third area coming up. The Seekers will definitely help out there. Hit this eye, and then you can also use that. You can use your grappling hook to latch on and go through pass-through platforms like that, allowing you to reach upper areas like this. Very useful to know about that. The thing is, with this pass-through platform, you can't jump through it. You'll just slide against it, so it's not like a traditional pass-through platform in that regard. And so now it's time for the tower interior. Thankfully this time around we don't need to worry about a giant worm chasing us on the way up, because it's already been up and through. So this time we only need to worry about, well, pretty much climbing at our own pace, watching out for fireballs, and collecting any treasures along the way that we see. But again, we're going to be showing the treasures in a later part. It definitely helps to have the grappling hook by the time you get to this level, because you can also use them to kind of hook shot through these pass-through platforms, and it just makes climbing the area a lot easier. There's a lot of ceilings, after all. Plus, this is just fun. Anyway, we need to hit both of these eye switches so that we can progress through that little gap where the bricks are. Hit them, slide through, and let's move on. Those purple platforms are basically the reason why you can't jump through them, because for this particular part you would need to slide through them. We're also going to have these eye enemies constantly flying around. They constantly respawn, so there's not much of a point fighting them except to temporarily get them out of the way. Just bear that in mind. You can never truly be rid of them. So for the most part you might just want to consider just going around them. They can be kind of annoying in that regard. Not even sure they really have any drops, so there's not really a point to farming them either. So that's lovely. Make sure you stand on top of this block before you shoot this, otherwise you're going to have to wait for it to go all the way to the top before you can hit the eye again to bring it all the way down, and then jump on top of it so that you can get on top, go all the way up again. Don't get greedy when fighting these scorpions, just hit them 3 times and slide out of the way to avoid damage. Anyway, here's the part that might be a little tricky for sliding. You need to time it in such a way that you don't accidentally go into the fire that's in front of you, but don't go so slow that you wind up getting hit by the fire behind you. It's kind of a timing thing, so watch out for that. Boy, not having a lot of luck with these scorpions. Go away, please. Anyway, if you want to, there's some more things to see over here. Full health, and another Scorpion Girl. This time you have a little gap that you can hide in to get away from it. I go away. And no shortage of health anywhere. The eyeballs like to suddenly pop into this room, and that makes fighting that Scorpion Girl kind of annoying. And yeah, as I said, they're constantly spawning in, and they seem to bounce with the based on where the edge of the screen is, rather than against the walls, as you would probably expect them to. So you can kind of use that to your advantage to determine where they're going to bounce and how you need to react. But now it's time to climb the chains and watch out for these skeletons as we do so. Not gonna bother breaking those jars, there's literally nothing in them that I could possibly need. I'll take that corn dog, though. Yeah, you may have noticed that there are no gems to collect during the risky playthrough. That's because she has no use for them. She doesn't upgrade her weapons through gems, but rather through some special power-ups that we'll find in the treasure chests later. Anyway, head on up here if you want to. There's another jar. For some more health. Like I said, this game likes to shower you with health, and that's largely why you don't really want to use food items too much during the levels themselves. And yeah, you just saw it right then. You can use the grappling hook to latch onto regular hooks as well. So yeah, it has its uses. Alley-oop. But yeah, just mind your timing and you should be able to get to the top without too much issue. And that takes us to the third area. This place can be kind of annoying, not gonna lie. And you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about when we get further up. But there's going to be a lot of rather precariously placed enemy types, not the least of which are these eyeballs that are constantly spawning in. Ideally, you don't want to be jumping across there while there's one bouncing around on screen, because they could go backwards and mess up your horizontal jumping momentum as you're trying to make some rather precarious platforming there. But, as if that's not enough, later on we're also going to have the birds with the bombs. You probably remember them from the other times that we came to this level. And I forgot to jump there, because I'm so smart. Alright, let's try it again, but this time with about 40% less dumb. That would probably help out. Feel free to use your seekers in order to give yourself more space to be able to land on platforms that might be a little too busy for your liking. And as always, watch out for those eyeballs that like to just spawn wherever they feel like. Archers, of course, will still be getting in your way. Just get as close as you can, duck down, and hit them with your sword. Or if you don't like how far away they are, feel free to use Seekers for them as well. Just make sure you have the right shot type selected when you're hitting these eye switches. No sense in wasting your special weapons just to make platforms appear. Ooh, I was expecting you to move further over. These spike enemies can be real pain. And yeah, the bird bombs, they're back. They're going to be quite a problem going ahead. Again, you need to hit them twice in order to get rid of them outright. I really didn't want to use one of these already, but these enemies are being rather annoying right now, so gotta prioritize survival here. This particular section likes to throw so much at you, and I find it very hard to avoid all damage going through here. Ugh. I really feel like they're kind of overdoing it with the eyeballs, personally. Ooh, that was almost bad. Okay, never mind, it was bad. Oh, go away! But they do give you plenty of ammo here in these jars and such, so if you really want them out of the way, you have options. Alright, we're through that section at least. But it's not about to get any easier for us. Once again, you gotta move a little quick here because these platforms are on a timer. Not a super short timer, so getting through there shouldn't be too terribly difficult. But you do need to maintain a pretty good pace moving forward. And the birds that spawn in while trying to reach this archer, so annoying. They could spawn in as much as 2 or 3 at a time, and it makes it really hard to be able to get through there, because there's never really a good time to move forward, so often I find myself tanking damage in order to get through there. You can't afford to take a few hits here and there, because there will be some health to pick up later on. might even help out to come to this level later once you have some better gear and maybe some upgrades under your belt. But once again, move a little quick here, because the further up you go, the shorter the timer winds up being. And there we go. Just one more archer to get past, and we can take the fight to Holly. Ha! I knew you'd find me.
Out of my way, you!
There's a component part buried here, and I mean to have it. It's all yours. You just have to play with Wilbur first.
Poor Wilbur.
He was all bent out of shape after that rude old Genie meanie roughed him up.
She's the worst.
At least that's one thing we can agree on.
Haha, mutual problems. We'd make such an excellent team. No, we wouldn't. Yep, we're going to face the worm again, even though we didn't have to run away from it back in the tower. Wilbur! Dangerous deja vu. And really, that's probably the most accurate description of this. It does try and lead its shots during this first part of the fight, but for the most part, the fight is exactly the same as it was before. You run in circles to avoid the initial shots, watch out for the blue ones, hit the orange ones into these cannons, and then stand on the button while the cannon shoots the rock into its eye. 4 times, and down it goes. And of course, we also have this part where we need to avoid the eyeball and then send it back and forth. Thankfully, we do have a pistol that has infinite ammunition, so make sure you're shooting those in each direction, and you should have not too much issue here. Once again, don't rely on melee attacks in order to hit that. And also bear in mind that your pistol doesn't quite have the range that, say, Sky's Birds or Shantae's Fireball attack have. That's about as far as it goes, and it doesn't stay on screen for quite as long, I don't find. That was a little unfortunate. There is another option to consider, though. I'll show that in just a moment. But you can also use the spread shot, which seems to have slightly better range, as you can see here. Where you will as soon as I can move. Yeah, it goes just ever so slightly farther than the regular shot does, and it stays on screen a little longer, so, that's something to consider, I suppose. Oh, that one stuck a shot in. Stuck a hit in. But overall, it's still the same basic fight. It's still pretty easy. Simple enough to play, simple enough to understand. You just run, you avoid stuff, you shoot the eyeball back and forth. Wash, rinse, repeat. I just wish I had a little more to say about this fight, but yeah, that's literally all there is to it. So let's get those last 2 hits in, finish this thing off already. Now the eye is going to be moving at its maximum speed. There are a few upgrades that can help out with this fight, specifically pistol speed. It would let you shoot more frequently, and probably make this part of the fight a little easier. Then again, maybe a slower shot will help out more so, because it will keep you protected longer, whereas a faster shot would require better timing, at which point you may as well be using your sword. Okay, it's on the other side. At least we have a slide ability that will let us get to it a little quicker, but 4 rock shots, and there we go. Down you go, Wilbur. Learn some new attacks for the different characters, then maybe you'd be more of a challenge. I beat your pet. Now step aside so I can find my component part. No way! You and I are going to keep making memories together. The more memories we make, the stronger I become. I'm unforgettable, so I'll live forever! Hee. Oh, I love this part. Well, she seemed completely unfazed by that. Come on, more memories of little old me. Get back to it. And you are?
Blast it all, I can't remember a thing.
Yeah, this is literally what we're doing. A hammer. I feel like I ought to clap you in irons. Although, I can't seem to remember why. Well, my work here is done. What's gotten into him? Now what was I coming here for again? Oh, hey, treasure! And with that, we've completed the world. When did that happen? And so we come back for a bath again. Excellent. With this component in hand, I'll be able to make my dynamo even stronger. Bath Patrol reporting for duty.
What's this?
And now we have a Kraken Ball.
Kraken Ball!
Yeah, this item basically lets you move around in the water. Great timing to get this, because we just completed all the levels that have any major body of water in them.
Diabolical.
I'll put this Kraken Ball to the test right away. Keep those contraptions coming.
Now, stop fooling around and man your stations.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and call it there. So, thank you very much for watching, and we will continue on to Cape Crustacean in the next video. And we'll do something about the red eye. Yeah. See you then.